One charge, one decision, everything can fall apart. The lion, a symbol of strength, does not always control the outcome. When prey stands its ground, when a rival pushes back, the hunt can reverse. Speed, muscle, strategy, every advantage can be neutralized in an instant. So what truly determines the winner on the open plains? The lion represents the peak of strength and strategy on the savanna, yet it is not beyond the rules of survival. Every encounter becomes a lesson in distance, timing, and the limits of power. When terrain shifts, when prey responds with precision, or when rivals coordinate effectively, the lion must adapt in order to endure. It is the ability to learn from moments of disadvantage that forms the foundation of its dominance. Because on the savanna, even a king must grow through challenge. On the dry savanna, a male lion has just completed a precise ambush. Weighing over 400 pounds, his opponent, a spotted hyena, is pinned firmly to the ground. This is not a hunt for energy, but an act of territorial defense where any perceived threat must be dealt with. The lion uses his strength and powerful jaws to control the neck area. For a moment, everything seems decided. But outcomes do not always follow the lion's intent. From a distance, signals spread. Hyenas do not operate alone, they gather quickly. They keep their distance, circling and applying steady pressure. As their numbers grow, a loose formation begins to take shape. Rather than engaging directly, they move in and out, forcing the lion to constantly turn and respond. With each shift in direction, a small opening appears. At the limit, the lion is forced to ease his grip. That brief moment is enough for the hyena to regain its footing and retreat quickly toward the group. The encounter ends without a decisive finish. The lion maintains his presence, but no longer holds the advantage. The hyena group preserves one of its own through coordinated effort. In the harsh savanna, the line between predator and prey can become fragile in the face of a powerful will to survive. The oryx, a type of antelope weighing around 330 pounds, does not rely on speed alone. Its long, straight horns, reaching nearly 3 feet, serve as precise defensive tools, especially effective at close range. In a dry environment where open escape paths are limited, this becomes the advantage that helps it hold on to survival. When a solitary individual falls within the range of 2 adult lions, the situation is quickly set. One draws attention from the front, while the other moves behind, closing off any retreat. As the lion in front accelerates, the second moves in from the rear. The moment it is caught between 2 directions, the oryx suddenly turns. A sharp, decisive thrust of its horns forces the attacker behind to step back, breaking the formation. The lion in front loses its coordinated support and is forced to pause. The encounter ends as the lions withdraw, leaving the oryx behind. On the African plains, a zebra weighing around 650 pounds relies on strong legs and quick reflexes. When pursued, it can reach speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. But when escape routes narrow, speed alone is not enough. For lions, it is a high-energy food source, but also a risky target. On open ground, one zebra is forced out of formation. A lion accelerates, steadily closing the distance. With only a few feet remaining, it commits its full weight into a decisive leap, aiming for the back to restrict movement. But at that exact moment, the outcome shifts. The zebra channels force through its hindquarters and delivers a powerful backward kick directed at the line of approach. The lion follows through on momentum, unable to adjust in time. The impact throws it off balance, pulling it out of its attack path. A single misstep is enough for the opportunity to disappear. The chase comes to an end, not through overwhelming strength, but through a decision made at the right moment. Across the wild grasslands, a herd of impalas remains in a familiar state of tension. Ears raised, eyes scanning side to side. An unusual stillness, minimal movement, often signals the early stage of a pursuit. Then, from the edge of the brush, a lioness bursts forward with explosive speed, targeting an individual slightly out of formation. Within seconds, the distance closes rapidly. The advantage shifts toward the hunter. The impala has little room for options. As the claws behind come within reach, it makes an unexpected decision, driving power through its hind legs. It launches into a high leap, cutting across the lion's line of approach. That moment disrupts the rhythm of the attack. The lion, carried by momentum, cannot adjust in time. The target seems to vanish from the pursuit path. The leap is not only an escape, it also breaks the hunter's forward drive. As the red dust settles, the chase comes to an end. Sometimes survival is not about running faster, but about leaving danger at the exact right moment. Under the blazing sun of the African savanna, height is both an advantage and a vulnerability for giraffes. A male weighing around 2,600 pounds moves more slowly after expending energy in territorial disputes. With powerful backward kicks, any direct approach is a risk, so the lions choose a different strategy. They spread out, concealed within sparse brush, forming a loose encirclement. When the target steps into open ground, the chase begins. The giraffe accelerates, trying to widen the gap, while the lions take turns maintaining pressure. As one slows, another immediately takes its place, keeping the pursuit continuous. This is not just a test of speed, but a method to gradually wear the target down. The giraffe attempts to steer toward uneven terrain, but as it reaches a sloped area, its advantage begins to fade. One lion catches up and moves in to block the path. At the moment it seems close enough, the target reacts. The giraffe shifts its weight, deflects the approach, and delivers a high, forceful backward kick, precise and decisive. That single disruption changes everything. The giraffe surges forward, leaving the danger zone and widening the distance. On the savanna, height may make an individual easier to track, but it can also provide the opportunity to respond at exactly the right moment. Along the banks of an African river, an adult hippopotamus moves away from its familiar waters. Weighing over 3,000 pounds, it possesses an incredibly powerful bite, but on land it lacks agility, and that creates an opportunity for a pride of lions. The tension peaks when one lion boldly latches onto its flank, attempting to pull it off course. The hippo continues forward with steady, deliberate steps, heading straight toward the water. As the river's edge comes into view, the balance shifts instantly. The lions are forced to release their hold. In a split second, the hippo surges into the water, where it truly holds control. The lions stop at the shoreline, their formation dissolving. The pursuit ends without the outcome they had intended. With just one step into the water, the balance can change completely. Beneath the murky surface, the rules are different. 3 male lions enter the river, moving in a horizontal line. Heavy strokes replace the strides of land. They are aware they have entered another's domain, and the response comes faster than expected. A massive shadow breaks through the surface. A hippopotamus emerges, closing in from behind. The lions lose their footing, each movement draining energy, while the opponent applies pressure through size and momentum. The encounter lasts only a few seconds. The lions immediately change direction, pushing with all their strength toward the shore. As they reach the sandy ground, they surge forward and widen the distance. The hippo stops in the shallows, holding its position. In the wild, power is never fixed. It shifts with every step and every stretch of water. In the Luangwa River Valley, the dry season tightens its grip, draining food sources and forcing a pride of lions to leave familiar territory. Ahead lies a deep river channel, a boundary between exhaustion and survival. On the bank, hesitation is clear. Lions dominate on land, but in the water, danger is ever present. When a young individual drifts from the group and steps into the river, even the smallest ripple signals something hidden below. A long shadow moves swiftly. At once, the lioness enters the water, forming a barrier and guiding the young one away from deeper areas. They do not engage, only buy time. The young lion struggles forward, pushing toward the shore. But as it nears the shallows, a gap opens in the formation. In a single offbeat moment, the water surges. A sudden surge, and the young one disappears below the surface. The pride eventually reaches the opposite bank. Bodies soaked, breathing heavy. They have crossed a life or death boundary, but not without loss. For the remaining young, it is the first time they truly understand the limits set by the wild. Not every hunt ends with a clear winner. A well-timed response or the right strategy can shift the outcome. The lion remains a symbol of strength, but it is constantly tested in every moment of survival. In the wild, there is no absolute ruler, only those who adapt better. For those who want to explore more of the natural world, they can like and subscribe for what comes next.